if you're going to follow Islam, then follow the whole thing. It talks about the obligations that a parent has to their child. You can't just palm your kid off somewhere else. You got married, you had this child is your responsibility. If you don't bring up that child correctly, and then tomorrow when that child doesn't listen to you in the context of getting married or whatever it is, you can't say, oh, you know what, well, that kid's a bad kid. You created that kid. Like, that kid was molded by you. If you didn't put the time into that kid and you're not happy with the product, maybe have a look at the factory that the product came from. It's a production facility at the end of the day. And that's where a lot of our community are getting it vastly wrong, and they're saying, oh, you know what, the kids are write-offs and the kids are bad. And I get that some kids are just innately a little bit cuckoo. I get that part. But largely you tend to find that the traditional model of the family sponsoring in a prospective spouse to another family to say, look, you know what, your daughter marries my son, etc., etc. That family brought up that kid in a good, religious, wholesome environment where the parents were present. The parents did do the right tarbiyah upbringing of their children. And that's why, like, for example, as a parent, when you do Dhedhy for, let's say, your daughter's spouse, you look at the kid, but you look at their family as well. Like, that's what you did. You speak to the father, you speak to the mum. You're like, okay, which environment did this kid grow up in? That will say a lot about the ingredients that have built this kid's personality.